This semester, my English Curriculum Studies unit has been using the Blender for all of their tutorials. Together we've explored the notion of learning environments and experimented with mixing or blending different learning spaces. The 2-hour tutorials held each week in this special purpose room gave us a chance to closely examine how different types of learning could be constructed using a variety of different boards, screens and projections. Group work was encouraged too through the placement and shape of tables and chairs, and the size of the room allowed us to consider the use of floor space and room arrangement as well. Throughout the 9-week semester, we consistently returned to 2 key elements of blended learning that I'd selected as touchstones for the class. The first of these was the concept of blending physical and digital learning environments. Now, I don't want to start up one of those buzzword bingo games I've heard of, where everyone in the room has to drink from their coffee cup every time they hear the words multiliterate, digital literacy, or 21st century learning. So let's just say that within the current context of schooling, teachers need to be prepared to engage students in a range of online and increasingly socially networked learning environments. However, by thinking about this in the wider context of constructing productive learning environments, we were able to compare and contrast the digital with the physical. We experimented with using laptops and screens to enhance the physical learning space. We also explored how collaboration and group work operated in digital as opposed to physical spaces. And anyone who was questing for perfect recording acoustics, well, they had the freedom to take the technology on walkabout if they wanted. Our second key element of blended learning that our class used as a touchstone over the semester was the concept of blending synchronous or in-class learning with asynchronous learning. Students already had strong views about asynchronous learning from their own experiences with school homework and more recently with university CMD readings. As part of our unit though, students also engaged with using the microblogging tool Twitter, which wasn't mandatory, but it acted as a kind of homework club for our classes. External students were also able to participate live in classes, and early in the unit particularly, quite a few questions and answers were tweeted live. I also created a unit blog where discussion and questions were posted on the main page, and then a range of links and teaching resources were put up on the supporting pages. So now you know a little bit about what we did. And I hear you asking, did it blend? Well, the English Curriculum Studies units are already somewhat blended with a mixture of undergraduate and postgraduate students. I found that when talking about blended learning with them, it opened up a frank discussion about their own learning styles and their views on differentiation, which was really great. The unit blog was a little bit underused at first, but as the unit progressed and word spread of its usefulness, many more people visited, especially at assessment time. A mid-semester survey of the 75 students in the unit found that out of the 38 respondents, 26 found the blog to be either very or somewhat helpful, and only 2 found it too confusing. Using Twitter got more mixed reviews though, with 11 respondents finding it too confusing, but many also labelling it as helpful, enjoyable or fun. So I'm going to keep using it, but now I'm working on strategies for better implementing Twitter next semester. I did a lot of work on Prezi too that I'll be able to keep using in future with minimal changes, so that makes the investment of my time now well worth it in my opinion. So I hope you've enjoyed your visit to the Blender today. I'd love to chat with anyone who has any questions about how I did what I did. Blended learning, it happens everywhere, not just in the Blender, so enjoy the rest of the presentations today and have a very blendy day.